Hello and welcome. My name is Joseph, and welcome to this inaugural edition of Reading the Kagurabachi manga. Now, Kagurabachi is a series published in Weekly Shonen Jump in Japan that has been going on for about a year, and I've been a fan of it since the first chapter, even at the height of all the memes and everything. Now, if you're wondering what Kagurabachi is about, it's think think John Wick if he used a magical katana with goldfish abilities. It's it sounds weird, I know, but it's actually really good. And the reason I'm starting this now, so I was a contributor on the Church of MHA live streams discussing the My Hero Academia chapters, but now that My Hero Academia has concluded, I realized that I really liked doing that, and I want to keep on doing that in some form. So I am given these recorded live reactions to Kagurabachi a shot. Based on how the last chapter ended, this should be the start of a brand new arc. So I figured, you know, perfect time to jump in and perfect time for you to jump in if you wanted to as well. The series is available on the Shonen Jump app, Manga Plus app, or on Vis's website. I will personally be reading off of the Shonen Jump app. We got my iPad, which I'll be reading from, along with the availability of where you can read Kagabachi yourself. Uh, the first three and the most recent three chapters are always free, and for Viz Shonen Jump, that at least it's $2.99 a month for the app to get unlock all the chapters, and you can read up to 100 chapters a day, and like this is only chapter 45. Let's not spend too much on ceremony. Let's just dive right in to Kagurabachi, chapter 45.
神楽鉢
Right off the bat, we're seeing our villain, who currently unnamed, but the Kagurabachi subreddit has lovingly named John Pisaku. So we see John having a conversation. It's all going smoothly as we predicted. The Kamunabi will take possession of the Shunichi. That's another enchanted blade that was the focus of the most recent arc. That, like I said, it looks like this is the start of a new one, so we're just carrying right on from there. Right, they really have no other option. There's nothing they can do. They're playing right into our hands. Yes, time for our next move. All right, so we got Kagurabachi by Taku uh, Okazano, chapter 45. What comes next? All right, then we get Chihiro, our protagonist, waking up with an exclamation point. We turn Chiba looking at him. Oh no, perfectly in sync. We got Hikari. Where are we? Chiba says, "Good morning, you two. How you feeling?" Then we got a little flashback panel of Hikari asking Chihiro, "So what comes next?" And it turns out they both crashed from exhaustion at the same time too. What are you, twins? 11 in the morning, the day after the Rakuzachi. I probably mispronounced that. It's November 9th today. Chihiro asks, "What are you doing?" Because there's a whole bunch of people in the room uh, playing video games, it looks like. Of course. We got Yuki saying, "You took forever waking up. Don't worry though, we weren't bored. This video game kept us entertained all night." Then Shiba's like, "I creamed them." he's like, who are you anyway? And Chihiro's like, guess they don't know he's ex Kaminabi. It's the organization that Hiyuki works for. What about the prisoners, Chihiro asks. They all went home. And then we got Char, who was the little girl from the previous arc. Like, I have a message for you from Inazuma. He says thank you. Uh, Inazuma? Mr. Inazuma. That's that kid that at the Rakuzachi called himself. Thanks, Char. Sure. All right, normally it's the Kaminabi's job to keep the peace and protect the vulnerable, but the fact is, evil still runs rampant in Japan. It's because the Kaminabi doesn't have the necessary manpower and grit. Yesterday, thanks to you guys, we pulled off the entire operation seamlessly. It was like, yeah, but those were some insane shenanigans. A couple flashback panels from at the end of the battle. Uh, it was like, for real, I'm just glad you're okay. And then Chihiro and he'd be like, sorry. Uh, Chihiro's asking where's the N10, which is this magical blade. Hiyuki pats it. And I entrusted the Shinichi to some colleagues. They're at Kaminabi headquarters. I'll take you there now, so get ready. He says, I heard about your deal. You give him the Shinichi and you join the Kaminabi. So your priority is to reseal the Shinichi. That makes sense. But are you sure about this? You met one of those Sasako guys, right? Chihiro says, yeah. I get why you're anxious, but that's exactly why we need to make our next moves carefully. For the past 3 years, the Hisaku have been making meticulous preparations we can't even fathom. Their goal was for the Kaminabi to take possession of the Shunichi. That means they have their next move planned already. There's other ways we could prepare, right? Without joining the Kaminabi. Hey, hold up, says Hiyuki. What kind of garbage is that? Other ways? It's already been decided. He's coming with me to the Kaminabi. Get ready to leave. The guy with Hiyuki, whose name I'm blanking on, and I feel really bad about that. Plus, he seemed to take it for granted that Kaminabi would seal the Shunichi. But that's the higher ups decide. There, there are alternatives to sealing it, like using it. I get that. I get it. That's another problem. If the idea is to steal the Shunichi, we have to hand over to Kaminabi. But there's too many concerns. That's why we should talk it out and eliminate as many as possible. What would be Kaminabi's motivation for using the Shunichi? With the Shunichi's power, we could break the Kaminabi's deadlock with the Hisaku. There's a little couple flashback panels. One of what the Shinichi was capable of, which was wildflowers everywhere. And then a flashback of Chihiro's father saying, we can never let anyone use it again. And then Chihiro's like, if I can show you another way to break the deadlock, there's no need for the Kaminabi to use a Shinichi. You're right, Mr. Shiba. Maybe I am rushing things. But this isn't just a stab in the dark now. We've got Haikuri. Hakuri. Like, he's like, what? He's like, what's the strategy? Here's like this. We steal back enchanted blades from the Hisaku. Hakuri can freely transport registered items and items affiliated with them. For example, if he registers me, he can transport the N10 from another location. They just have to be connected by spirit energy, and an eternal contract meets that standard. In other words, if Hakuri makes contact with the sword bearers in Kaminabi custody, he can transport those enchanted blades. Hakuri is like, sword bearers? The people Kusanagi Rokuhira chose to entrust with the enchanted blades. How can we get to them? With the exception of the sword master, the bearers of enchanted blades are hiding out in Kaminabi controlled locations throughout Japan. If they die, then the enchanted blades in the Hisako's hands become usable, so they're heavily guarded. Most of the Kaminabi's forces are invested in protecting them. Only the top brass can authorize access to them. They're located in fortresses known as Sanso. When we cut to uh, Sekusuji Temple, Tokudoku Hot Spring, Taisha Shrine, Shushi Subaru. So those must be the locations. He was like, cool. And Miyuki's like, it just sounds cool. To ensure absolute to ensure absolute security, most of our people are stationed there. That's the reason we're short-handed. The bulk of our forces are tied up. That's why we have to pick our battles. So if we get the enchanted blades back, then the coming Navi will be freed up. And those people will be set free. Those people we set free yesterday can live in a safer world, right? The world will definitely be significantly safer. That clinches it. Let's go see the sword bearers. He was like, Hakuri, I'm gonna need your help again. So he's asking for permission for this. You got it. And then she was like, don't yell. I guess they're technically in a hospital. Stealing the enchanted blades back from the Hisaku is an excellent proposal. Nothing beats that. But it won't be easy. That's he talking. First, you'll be judged on the basis of character and trustworthiness. If if you can't prove who you are, other than the guy who's been wielding an enchanted blade and his pal, as far as the higher up's concerned, there's no telling what you'll do if they let you meet the sword bearers. There's no guarantee they'll let you on board. In fact, you could end up seriously punished. And so we're seeing either the sword bearers or we're seeing other people of the Kaminabi organization. He was like, prove yourselves. Okay, there are other members now that I turned the page because Chihiro is like in like a meeting room, a council room, and this one guy's like, state your name. It says Chihiro Rakuhara. To be continued. 7 days.
Kagurabachi.
So yeah, pretty much what I thought. Post arc wrap up, going directly to the next arc, which uh really exciting to see. It was definitely a lot of narration today, not a whole lot of action. This series has some really good action, but unfortunately that wasn't really showcased today. But you know, it's good for the little character moments, the little team building um between our little motley crew there. Um it's yeah, I am interested in seeing how uh how Chihiro's gonna blend in with the Kaminabi. The Hisaku is definitely planning something as well, so it's you know, bound to come to a head one way or another. Just looking to see what again a lot of setup in next week's chapter. It's probably gonna have substantially more like meat to it, just in terms of like this is like the Chihiro and Hakuri were recovering, and were just, I mean, they weren't kidding when they said what comes next. It's basically that is what the where they're at. It's like, okay, we did this. What now? And going to the Kaminabi is gonna it's gonna bring some challenges to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that ends up getting resolved. So yeah, this a good setup chapter. we know where everyone's at, and we know what steps they're gonna be taking next. So I am I am excited to find out, or I'm excited to see when the new chapters come up. So, uh, thank you all for joining me today. Formatting wise, I might tweak things a little. Leave me comments if you have any suggestions on how I could improve this. Like I said, this is something I find fun and I want to do. So going forward, leaving some suggestions might it'll help me find ways to improve what I'm doing. Uh, so yeah, that that was Kagurabachi chapter 45. What comes next? And we will see what comes next time. Thank you for watching.